Waiting for live connection. Let's go. Looks like we're coming on live now. I can now see video. Excellent. Alright, pro tip 1. Very, very important. If you're going to play one block, copy the save file. Before you open it the first time, copy it. Make a few copies. You might mess up. If you mess up, you have to delete it and re-download it. Unless there's some way I don't know, that's what you got to do. So let's get going. Oh, great. I know what I'm doing. That can be a lie. And here we go. The basic tutorial block. First thing I'm going to do, second pro tip, I'm going to go into options, I'm going to go into controls, I'm going to make sneak a toggle. That's very important for skyblock. If you fall off the edge, you're dead. And sprint hold, nothing special there. Also, I'm going to go into keybinds, and I'm going to make sure that we set this up like every other video game, where sprint is shift and sneak is control. Looks like we have that saved already. I don't know how that happened. But like every other first-person game, that's your setup. That looks like in this version of Minecraft, or I don't know how that happened. Usually you have to change it. Second thing I'm going to do is change my video settings. I have a not so great computer, so whoa, that's no good. Whoa, that's way too bad. And then that's no good for cell phones. I guess we'll leave it there. That's fine. Max frame rate, 60 is really all you need for streaming. If you're a pro player and you want higher and your computer can handle it, do it. I will reduce that. I don't need that much. It'll make it look a little ugly, but also I have very limited internets. Simulation distance, we don't need this to be so high. That should be enough for a mob spawner to work without any problem. Render distance, there's nothing out there, so that's fine. See-through leaves, texture. This is slightly different than the one I'm used to, so I think there's, I don't know what's going on here. I like to turn the particles onto minimum. They are pretty, but also, why? I definitely use threaded. Entity shadows off. You can leave them on if you want to, but fancy clouds are not necessary. This depends on your monitor. My monitor has VSync, so we'll leave it on. And this is fine, but we're not going to do that. Any other things you might want to do, or you do yourself, of course, add that in there. I'm going to also show you the mod list. I have that so we can take raw ore blocks and smelt them into ore blocks. I don't know why they added the raw ore, but didn't let you do the whole thing, so we did it. Resource for trees, that's, if we get there, that will allow you in a one block world to get a bunch of dirt without having to do the gravel trick, which is terrible. This is about saving time. You can also do it with all the resources. You get enough ore blocks. I think it's 4 of each type of block, not ingot, and you can make a sapling that will produce leaves that you can use. I also suggest using the, I don't know what it's called, but the block that they supply here to grow them. That way you don't lose those 4 blocks of iron or netherite because the tree didn't produce any leaves. Mouse tweaks is, of course, passive shield. That I'm trying out for the first time. Never messed with that one before. But I don't like the shield in my view, and I don't like if you don't access the shield before they do the fire, then it still hits you, which is dumb. Tree harvester, of course. Sticky lapis so it stays in. Wooden shears, refill stack, graves, wooden hopper. Not too much more. Oh, and clumps. Replanting crops. We'll see if this one works. Yeah, it just replants the crops after you harvest from the drops. If it doesn't drop a seed, it doesn't replant. That's how that works. little bit of time saving. That's all. Now let's get to it. And from here, I don't got much to say, so I'm gonna stay quiet. But also I'm going to crouch. Cool. Probably the most important thing is the sapling. But we still need enough wood to... Oh, what was that? Well, that's good. That's excellent. This is why I don't play hardcore. There was a... I have a gravestone mod. It looks like it doesn't work. Well, that's a terrible start. That's our sapling. I believe that. Oh, okay, we're going to keep doing it then. I think that was a grave. Now we have 2 graves. Well, when we get our water bucket, we can get them, but this is kind of ridiculous. Yep, there it is. Graves are down there. I don't have my view distance long enough to get it. This is not how it's supposed to function. You should not fall off the edge. Not entirely sure why that's happening. It even resets you. That little glitch is. Now we have a piggy, but there's not much we can do for the piggy. Oh, there we go again. Let's see if we can catch that gravestone. I don't know what that was about. Now we have 3 gravestones. Excellent. And more trash. So this isn't pro gaming at all. Bye bye, piggy. I guess it's better that it's you than not me. Trying to keep all the mobs is just more lag too. The mushroom is the only one you really need. Cow for leather. Oh, look at that. I don't know what it's doing here. This is not the version I usually play. This is the... There we go. Make sure we don't lose that. This is the Mount something version. It was at the top of the Curse Forge list, so it's what I'm going for, and obviously it's not a very good one. Thank you. Let's go get our shit. Eventually. Now I definitely won't be falling through. That's excellent. I'll go ahead and disable that. I am a big fan of this. There's my wooden hopper and wooden shears. Not super necessary, but we want a bed. We don't want to deal with creepers. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is what I meant to do. We're going to expand the platform, like every sky block. That is what you do. You don't want to use wood, but or dirt. You can use dirt. You are going to want to put a dirt block right here, right next to it, so that it can turn to a grass block. Oh, let's not screw that all the way up. Make sure you don't cover up your water bucket. It'll go away. Your water source block will be gone forever, and then you only have yourself to hate for it. And you will. Because the game's effectively over. I don't think you get... I think you get ice blocks eventually, and you may be able to recover from it, but this stream of water right here will save your life. Let's see what we got down here. Stick my head out of the water so I'm not suffocating. Looks like right there is our stuff. And by our, I mean mine. And by mine, I mean... well, mine. I don't think that was complicated. No, I don't think these have blocks on the bottom of them. We're going to slow our descent a bit and place... Okay. We have all of our crack back. There's our sapling. The only thing that's really important there is the sapling. I mean, dirt's important too. as I said before. Definitely need that. Let's climb back to the top. I was looking for a forgiving void, so I just fall through and through. Or corpse, because I would have put my body up here instead of down there, or put a block underneath it down there. That worked. Good enough, I suppose. And also, another pro tip, you don't need to create a chest. You will get plenty of chests. Waste of time to try too. I usually put paxels in here, but I did not put paxels in here. We're also going to create a wooden sapling. That's what we need first. That's what we're going to do. So we are even, and that's no good. Need a tree farm. And we will need a pen for our animals, but we're going to let that sit on the shelf for a minute. We already lost a pig, so getting all of them isn't going to happen. If you don't happen to fall through the block, which is a problem with whoever remade this mod. They didn't do something correctly. Usually you won't fall through. I'm just going to roll with it because I'm not going back through. I'm not shutting down stream and doing all that shit. I'll be alright. We recovered our crap. We're not set back. It can be fine. So we'll start a tree farm here, put our dirt in, and drop in a sapling. I go for 3 blocks around to make sure we catch all the falling saplings with the resource mod that I use, the wood mod. It'll drop leaves also. Those leaves can be combined into whatever resource it is. In this instance, it's going to be extra wood. Whoa. That was ridiculously quick. Like ridiculously quick. And it looks like the whole tree. We're not getting. This looks better with a sword. We got a sapling back. So the rest isn't super important. Did we grab that, or did the one block grab it? Got our one sapling, so we can let it decay naturally. Got the tree felling mod, and I believe that has fast leaf decay. We'll find out in a second. Huh. They updated the mod. There it goes. An extra sapling. We got 4. And they're all resource saplings. That's different. Huh. I don't know if I triggered that to grow or it just happened. If you run past your trees, that increases the tick. And sometimes it'll stimulate growth, but not really. It's not a high enough chance to run around in circles. While we are waiting though, we can make some tools. And yes, I'm going to make the wood tool. Because I am a glutton for punishment. And I'm going to throw it right off the edge. As soon as we get stone. That'll be the next phase. I also usually use the auto tool switching mods. That's not what I wanted. I didn't see it though, so. Wooden spear. Where did that come from? I don't. Must have been part of the mod. I have no idea where that came from. I have never seen that in Minecraft before. And I didn't get jade. So don't worry about sleeping. We got 3 days before they come. And the wooden chairs will be able to get wool. Still need grass though. So I will definitely have to pay attention to that. show off how this works. Well, I don't have jade, so I don't know. It's either a circle or a square. It is a... oh. Okay. Huh, what else can we get? Oh, cherry. That's still cherry. Who wants that? Oh. What I have before. There it is. Oak logs are just fine. And there we go. Instead of chopping 1,000 trees, we have a stack of wood. Half a stack. Now we can go ahead and expand with. We have 18 blocks of dirt. So we can make a decent tree farm. I suggest leaving that alone. Get us a grass block maybe. And also not expanding this too far. 3 blocks. I usually do 2 blocks away so we get the full leaves. And I also usually build the platform below. Most of this will get torn up anyway. Probably don't want to keep it. If you're into aesthetics, which I am not, I'm about functionality, then rebuilding it will be a high priority for you. So go forth and do so. Getting lag spikes too, that's just brilliant. Same spot too. I do like to keep things somewhat even. It just looks better. It flows better. Get a bunch more. I'm going to go ahead and just set these down. Wait for the growth. Not worry about expanding it yet. We'll expand when it grows. Well, I guess we're waiting for that to happen. We can't get any charcoal until we get stone, and that is the second wave. Or second stage, or whatever we're calling it. It's all the same to me. My youngest will be getting off to school soon, so he will come and disturb the ambiance. It is part of the show. Enjoy. Early dismissal, they had like a week off of school just to come back for a couple of days. One day was a field trip, and then the next day was early dismissal. I have my gripes about them, the school. Their thinking, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Big ugly square is just fine. I also recommend torches. Light level matters. Happening and nothing's doing. There are grass blocks through every stage, so grabbing one right off the rip isn't super important. Oh, that's what my problem is. I didn't restart the computer. My RAM is probably at 7 gigs. That's what it feels like. Before I started Minecraft, I have plenty, but it happens. That's all we can do for now. I guess it's not. We have plenty of slabs left. We can keep going, but I'd rather not. Maybe let's put a border around here. I don't know if I'm going to build a block. That way the edges are not spawnable, and it gives us just another little lip to make sure we don't lose anything. And if you don't like the resourceful trees or any of these cheaty type mobs, don't use them and spend extra hours. It's your life. That's the last pro tip I have. Do what makes you happy. Yeah, it's not the last pro tip at all. This is all about the flow and the beginning of the stage. Like right now, we are set. We don't need to mine that anymore. We have saplings, we have a small stack of dirt, we have some seeds, and we have a water block. We are good to go for a very large amount of time. Now it's one type of wood, so if you're an aesthetics person, that's not going to make you super happy, but I suggest staying right here for a while. That way you don't get stuck with animals that you can't pin and they fall into the void, or lose space to run away from mobs when they spawn in, and they will. They'll be easy enough. One of the best strategies is just to leave a hole behind your block. That way when the creeper spawns in and you're mining away, you just look up and punch them and they fall away. Gunpowder's pretty useless at this stage of the game anyway. And once you get your mob farm going, the drops are, well, no longer a concern. I think it's either 2 or 3 chunks away that mob spawn. Have a decent amount of space. But if we happen to get a skelly spawn in, that would be excellent. If you rush them and hit them and weave a little bit, you should survive it. What do we got here? 3 blocks? We're really just waiting for something to grow, and since we have no light, nothing's going to grow. And also leave that there. Just leave it. Don't worry about it. Just let it go. Fall off the edge. That's your lifeline. Crops do grow without water. Slower. Tilled land does not stay tilled, obviously. But plants will absolutely grow without water. Also, they grow faster if you put them in lines next to other types of crops. They grow faster in rows. That's kind of useful, and there's a lot of misinformation out there about needing water to grow plants and making farms out of one type of seed. There we go. There's the sun. We should see some growth, either of the grass spreading or a tree. I'm not going to wait around too much longer. Infrastructure, harvest your block. Infrastructure, harvest your block. Be very conservative of your stone. You are going to want that for the nether stage. All this wood, it's pretty flammable. Oh, there we go. Lots of lag. System hang is what that is. And with that, we have a bunch more wood. Now we have a ridiculous amount of wood. Looks like it's only dropping resource. That's not what I'm used to. It's only dropping the resource saplings. That's not great. Can we unassemble it? No. That, I didn't know. That is not part of the one I'm used to. But, huh. Well, that doesn't seem right at all, does it? Yeah, they never fixed that, did they? The reason this is like this, if I had JEI, it would tell us. One of these would be a dirt or a nature leaf. They haven't quite fixed the recipes, not showing correctly. But they definitely did change it. That was probably a green leaf right there, a nature leaf, which creates that. I can't really show it off. Oh, more wood. Look at that. So you can see this tree farm isn't going to be super important to babysit. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull the saplings off of it. You should get another sapling. Hopefully we get another sapling before too long. I would have grown a regular tree first. But separate saplings and then used it for the resource. Because we can also do it for dirt, which will be my next move. If you're not using it, you just want to grow trees and chop them. If you don't have a chopping mod, then this part will take you a couple hours. You're going to want probably twice this for your tree farm, or your mob grinder, the standard mob grinder everyone builds. I use a 3x3 instead of a 2x2. It helps the spiders fall out of it, but you also need a hatch and a way in, a ladder up and a hatch at very least, because spiders do get trapped in the corners. And it will kill probably 50% of your spawn rate. Which isn't really a big deal unless you're using it for XP. Then it becomes a problem. I've seen the strategies of not leaving a 3x3 block, which is apparently is what spiders need, a 3x3 block to spawn in. Putting a slab or a carpet or something here so that this is the only spawnable area. Hey, Beck. Welcome home. How was school? I am playing the sky block and I am live. The entire world is ignoring me right now. Isn't that cool? Yeah. We are going to leave here in about an hour. I'm going to play for about an hour. I need you to take care of all the things you needed to take care of before you left for school. Make sure all your toys are back in your room. Make sure there's not toys in the hallway. Make sure there's not toys out here. Then clean up your art supplies. Make sure all your books and your papers are put away. Oh, what'd you get? What is it? What are you trying to sneak by? I hear the crackling. What'd you get? Use words, boy. A ring pop. Yeah, we're not gonna have that. We'll talk about when you can have that or when it can't be made. This you can have on Christmas. A little boy with his ADHD. We keep sugar away. Refined sugar is the worst. Carbohydrates are pretty bad too. The school already pumps them full. And today was movie day. What's that one? The muffins. We got all kinds of shit. The little mini muffins. Yeah. Put those on the rack with the nuts and stuff. And you can ask about those. That's pretty much just sugar with carbs and some more sugar. And then all the poison chemicals they put in it to keep it fresh. Which is a funny way to describe fresh, filled with chemicals. Food should rot. Food should rot fast. Alright, so what's next? What are we doing from here? Where are we going? We're going Minecraft World, where we're gonna break that damn block. We're gonna break that damn block over and over and over again. This isn't happening. I mean, it might, but it's taking forever, and I don't wanna wait. Jeez, yes, put the Capri Suns in the fridge. I'm currently fighting the stool. ADHD and sugar don't go together. If you're suffering from ADHD, cut out sugar from your life. Adult, child, doesn't matter. Cut it all out. Carbs and sugar. Find the keto diet, check it out. All you need is salt. Salt, and don't eat sugar. And look out for the sneaky sugars, the ones that don't say sugar but say, well, it depends on where you're at, what it's going to say. There's all kinds of sneaky ways they put things in our food. It's like 20 different words just for sugar. Yeah, I'm gonna dump this stuff in here. I don't need it. The wood mod is not the way I remember it. It's way too strong. Way too strong. I should probably start some food too. Water travels 4 blocks away, and even though this is technically 5 blocks away,
Why is this a wood?
it's a 9x9 square with 1 block in the middle. What? Water source in the middle.
You have wood everywhere.
What, do I have wood everywhere? My platform? So we don't fall off and die, and we have somewhere to put our animals. Or so our animals don't
Wait,
jump off
you're
and
making
die.
a farm.
A little bit. That is the idea. And we need a hoe, just a basic hoe, aren't they all? And go ahead and print this. And let's get to it. And you can switch back and forth. Oh, all those black spikes are bad. Oh! Uh-oh. Oopsie. Oopsie. I've been watching that, what's his name? The pitch meeting guy. What's his name? Ryan George? Pitch meetings. It's pretty funny. Listen to me. Now we are going to use these trees to our advantage eventually. We're going to make a pit around our 1 block. We're going to go two below it. Well, 1.5 below it, and create a platform. I think it's a what is that? Same size as a farm. We'll build a house around this. We'll drop the floor below it 1.5 blocks. That way, when gravity blocks hit a slab, they automatically turn into a block. They can't connect to it. So any kind of gravel and shit will fall down. It's the sapling I needed. But I can get that in the dirt. We do need this. We need extra saplings. Kind of messed up before. In the version I played, the resource trees drop regular saplings, and they drop resource saplings. So wasn't aware of that. We have to adapt quickly for that. Also going to go ahead and do There's the limited test. That is the end of the phase. This was the tutorial phase, I believe. Or did we go through the plans? I think this was the tutorial phase. And there's another sapling, so we were okay. Also a torch. Very useful. I'm going to put that bad boy right. There we go. Right there.
Why is
I'm going to pause the stream. I'm going to restart the computer. I'm going to grab a Paxels mod. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Do not go anywhere. Not that there's